Let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne very quickly. I mean, he's on the bench today. They will need to ease him in, which will be interesting on how they're going to do that. But we saw glimpses of him in the second half against Huddersfield in midweek, Gary. And immediately coming off the bench, he had such a major impact, didn't he?
Well, he's a world-class player, and we don't use that term lightly very often. And he has such a great range of passing. He has a great understanding of the game, when to release the ball, what positions to take up. I think you have to say that he's almost the complete midfield player. You know, he played his part having come on as a sub, setting up Doku, who had also come on as a sub. And I think the most remarkable thing about Man City is the fact that despite all their injuries, the fact that De Bruyne has hardly played this season, that Haaland is still out injured or is now out injured, they don't miss these players, and that's because of the strength of their squad, Michelle. It's phenomenal.
Even though they haven't really missed him in terms of numbers, because they're still putting up the same attacking numbers, really, even without Kevin De Bruyne. But it is also a psychological factor in the sense, Nobby, opposition, when they know Kevin De Bruyne is fit, when they know Kevin De Bruyne is available to be that game changer, it can instill a bit of a fear factor in opposition teams, can't it?
Well, Gary was describing a very good thing, make your opinion. Guardiola, that's the reason he's successful manager, is building a team. He never is all the time just depending on the individuals players. He has a fantastic 20, for me, he has two teams. Even you call substitute players, but anybody has to join, come on, and anytime the team is still consistent, never lose the same quality. Of course, De Bruyne, I will say it's a shame for him. He's a player, he never has the credit if you try to compare with a lot different players around the world. He, for me, is like Gary been saying, he's a brilliant player. To me, it's like it's Iniesta in the version with more dynamic. It's Iniesta because Iniesta was a more player, you know, into the feet. But this guy has everything. He can run in the space. He has a pace. He defends him so well. He's complete. To me, he's a complete player. So, of course, it's very important for Guardiola to have all the players available, especially in this part of the season, because it's 2-3 months to go. He know it's very important to have every single player for him because it's a crucial time.
Would you say, with Kevin De Bruyne being this world-class and arguably one of the best playmakers the Premier League has ever seen, would he be the most important player in this Manchester City side? Because they didn't really miss him much when he's out injured. But when Rodri was out injured, Nobby, Man City just didn't function the same. Is Rodri more important?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why Guardiola is hard to guess sometimes when he's setting the team. Whatever he put in the midfielders, he all the time creating any player, you know, has to be in the middle or has to play in the middle with different strengths, but it's working very well for him. You know what I mean? That's to me, that's called good manager, because he never has the excuse to say we miss somebody to be or still in the top of the league, and they're doing at the moment.
Gary?
Yeah, Rodri, of course, is vitally important, but, you know, there are so many top players at Manchester City that you think that when one drops out, they're going to miss him, but they bring another one in from their squad. The depth is just phenomenal. You cannot compare Rodri with De Bruyne because they are different players, but together they complement each other beautifully, as is the case with all of the Manchester City players, and that's down to the talent of Pep Guardiola. And Nobby just said this, Pep Guardiola has built a team and a squad that is so interchangeable that nobody is, although they are all stars, nobody is a star that when not available, they're going to struggle without them. I can't say, you know, I spoke with Nobby before we came on air, and although he still favours quite strongly Liverpool to win the league, I think Man City are are going to do it for the 4th consecutive year, and something like, what's that? It'd then be 6 out of the last 7.